Hello, YouTube viewers and PlayStation Network members. Welcome to Let's Play This Game If We Really Want To, that is. Ah, yeah. The cards. Sacred cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's it. Yeah. Sacred cards. Yeah. They should basically finish AI 11 once and for all. Of course, with the magic guns power, well, magic, the mystical beast items. Yeah. Secret cards and the Yu-Gi-Ohs. Now, as most of you basically know me for God knows how long you've been following me here on YouTube. Of course, I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And of course, I have something that's similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and also similar to Pokemon cards, which are Sailor Moon cards. Sailor Moon, let me just show you. Yeah, that's a Sailor Moon card. Yeah. Of course, when I was a kid, I was a big anime fan and still am today. Just not as much, but I still, but, again, yeah. So, yeah, we're not doing a Let's Play today. We're not playing any games. We're not playing any, we're going to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise and the card franchises. Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh isn't the only game you can play here in the United States. There was Pokemon, which, of course, advanced from being a so-called video game for Game Boy Advance and for the Game Boy Color and so forth and so forth. But the one thing, though, is that the one thing that makes Yu-Gi-Oh card collecting pretty good is some of the cards you were able to find. Like, for instance, years back ago, like somewhere in the 2000s when they came out, I was lucky enough to get this and this from a vending machine. Now, Winged Dragon of Ra basically is a yellow card, so you can actually see that it's yellow. While Scyther the Sky Dragon in the back, if you could basically see, is red. Some of these cards were real, and some of them weren't. Sometimes you were able to tell the real from the fake. Like these ones that say, these ones right here that say Konami on the corner right there, and Yu-Gi-Oh on there. Those are the real ones. What about the fake? The fake would just have the word Yu-Gi-Oh on the corner and no Konami. And of course, they were card companies trying to rip off and pretty much take people's money just to make themselves money. They kind of, because Yu-Gi-Oh was a card craze. It was a phase that everybody was going through in the 90s and it still goes on today. But, for instance, here's another one. This one's in Japanese and stuff like that, if you basically see that corner. But the one thing, though, is that's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's a bootlegger. And another way you can basically tell is Yu-Gi-Oh cards don't peel. So this is not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but it's more like a sticker card. So, when I basically saw that, I was disappointed. I was like, I just fucking lost my money for it. But, I kind of figured, hey, have fun with it. But, card games have been around for hundreds of years. There have been poker games, which adults play still to this very day, such as blackjack, where you got to try to get 21 if you get an ace, a jack, a 10, a king, or, yeah, be sure to quote me on the bottom of the comments below with the blackjack and stuff like that. Texas Hold'em, poker, you know, all those adult kind of poker games. Now, believe it or not, when Pokemon hit the States, forget it, meaning the card game, and kids were playing them like, you know, at school, you know, and of course teachers and parents were like saying, you know, oh, my kid's playing poker in, you know, like in school and shit, which is bullshit. You know, it's a game. You know, I mean, probably some kids basically said, hey, I'm gonna bet, you know, like, I bet you my can beat your such and such, you know. But the damn thing is, probably the one least kind of type of card game that was never popular was Sailor Moon, because technically it was trying to mimic being a Pokemon card, because it came with the gemstones and stuff like that. Like, for instance, you got Sailor Mars and all those other cards, like you had Ice, Fire, Lightning, and all that other stuff, and such. But somewhere in the somewhere along the line, like, you know, while everybody was in the craze of collecting them, I figured something really cool. Now, this was back in the day when I was dating somebody who used to be my fiance at the time. Me and her, we played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game a little differently than how everybody else played it. Like, you know, we played it differently. We played it like with like whoever had the highest monster on the field, can choose whatever card to destroy on the field. You can choose to have your card flipped up or flipped down. Just like in the Yu-Gi-Oh game, you can have your card. Let me just. It'd be a little bit like, you know how you have monsters on the field, right? But you can only have one at a time. You can choose what cards to have on the field and what cards not to have on the field, or what cards to have in the defense and non-defense. Let's say this would be my opponent's side, and this would be my side. Okay, I got two monsters face up. Let's say one of them basically says, okay, I'm going to have my Dark Magician defeat your Scyther Sky Dragon. Now, if your attack points were higher than your opponent's attack points, card instantly gets taken off the field and sent to the graveyard. And of course, that person loses life points. A little bit like in the cartoon series, or like how some people would play it. But if you were to try, if you were to put, like, say, a mystery monster on the field, like, let's say, Winged Dragon of Ra was your monster, and you had Cypher the Sky Dragon. You just say, okay, my Winged Dragon of Ra has this many points and destroys your Scyther Sky Dragon and such. Or if you basically don't know how many, which cause, like, if you're not looking at your opponent, like, if you don't memorize the amount of hit points, like the amount of attack points that your opponent has, you'll instantly lose your card. Like, you will get shot into the grave instantly. But if you were to say your attack points on your Winged Dragon of Ra or Mystery Monster basically had, let's just say, over 9,000! And you were to say your defense was over 9,000! And you can easily attack your opponent's monster, boom, bam, into the grave. But, no matter how you play it, just have fun with it. Go out there, make up your own game with your Yu-Gi-Oh card, playing cards. I mean, there's like tons of games you could play with playing cards, right? Yeah, you could play Jim Runny or whatever the hell it is. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But my favorite out of every adult poker game is Blackjack. It's an easy game, plain and simple. How do you play it? Simple and easy, my friends. Simple and easy. Blackjack is a little bit played almost like how you play a normal type of game. But, you know, always make sure to take the jokers out. Now, there's yourself and the dealer. And there's also a couple of other people that are probably playing. You could choose to basically double your card if you have like two of the same card, which this would be 14. And of course an ace could be a 1 or an 11. Now, with the ace, believe it or not, if you basically know, if you get an ace and a king, I'm not sure about an ace and a 10. That could probably be either an 11 or 21 instantly. Be sure to post on the comment below. But, you know, an ace and a queen, and an ace and a jack. Ace and a jack is instant 21. That's the object of the game of Blackjack. It's simple and easy. You have to try to get 21. Now, the one thing I can actually tell you about Blackjack also is if you're playing on a console or if you're playing on a system or whatever, I highly recommend that you pay attention really closely to when you're playing Blackjack and stuff like that, because sometimes if you're not sure what what the dealer has or any other people have, sometimes you'll be able to see what everybody else has on certain ones. But you got to try to sting and think, okay, if I'm a little close to 21, you stand. If you're not on 21, you hit. Like, you hit. This means stand. This means hit. And of course you can double. Doubling your winnings and stuff, which is pretty cool, right? So, you know, and I kind of tell you, like, adults out there that are basically super hardcore fans of Sailor Moon or Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, come on. You can make the game into your own kind of just use your imagination and shit. I mean, I'm not recommending for kids to do it, but, you know, us adults can basically stick to playing our kind of card games. Till next time, I gotta see about doing something with my cards and the gun that I juiced up full of beast energy, mystical energy. So I'll see you I'll see you next time, or I'll see you later. I gotta see about powering my gun. See ya. Soon my creator will be doomed,
and I will get my vengeance for being put in this freaking world. Just as I will.